Hello.
Hello. Sorry. Hello.
Hello.
And welcome to another SPG
MR.
video.
Yes. It's game 3 of the mini 600-point tournament where Ross fields a force of Gondor and I field a force of Mordor.
Indeed. Warbands remain the same to test the flexibility of the warbands.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they have been deployed. Just so you're aware, this is a clash by moonlight. Moonlight. That's a clash by moonlight. And this is an interesting game because we don't really have a huge contingent of archers. Anyway, I think you've got 5. I've got 3. Just in case you're unaware, it means that you can only shoot within 12 inches of each other, and you add +1 to wound.
Yes.
So it's actually, if anything, it benefits my Mordor orcs a bit more because my weaker bows and my lesser range would have a higher chance of killing. But there's nothing else to do really, but to show you what's going on.
There's not much to say really, is there?
We're showing the setup.
Setup. Yeah.
Where the warbands are.
Board, yeah. The force behind it. So I suppose without any further ado,
We'll just get into it, mate.
yeah.
Okay, and this is the way the board looks at the very beginning of the game after deployment. We have a nice central piece here with a warrior of Minas Tirith there. That doesn't bode well with forces of evil. Perhaps we can desecrate it, pull it down or something on our way to meet the Gondorian lines.
Desecration.
A few little woods on the flanks and a little outhouse here where, after much persuasion, I wasn't able to convince Ross to place Boromir and Hurin on horse inside it. But alas, here we are. Ross, you deployed first.
I did deploy first, and this is where I deployed. Again, I forgot it was Clash by Moonlight, and I put my archers on the rocks for a bit of oversight, but actually it doesn't make any difference really, because I can't see them until they're in 12 inches. I just went with a big block. The only notable difference is this unit is deployed slightly forward, and that's to allow a fountain court, guard of the fountain court, to be placed behind Ingold there, and obviously with the banner that will give me the fight 5 and that. But yeah, just a classic blob formation. Not much else to say, really.
No, I mean,
So we'll hand over to you, Matthew.
Yeah, on my side of the battlefield, the notables is the captain here, the Witch King behind him, and the Mouth Sauron takes the other flank. Otherwise, it's a blob formation. It's a general advance is going to be sounded, and we'll see how my army splits or does not split as the battle
open area
progresses.
here, yes.
Yeah, nice place to have a combat.
So
Perhaps if
indeed.
Ross would fancy marching there as well.
Perhaps a grub fancies a challenge in the centre there.
Perhaps.
Would you possibly a dice, mate? I seem to have neglected to bring mine with me. Cheers, bro. So we're going to turn 1 for priority then. Let's see what you get.
I've got 3.
3. You're like 4-3. And a 4. Turn 1 priority goes to Gondor. Hello and welcome back. This is how the board now looks after that movement and shooting phase. And let me tell you, there was no shooting because it is Clash by Moonlight. So Gondor just did a general advance. We moved forward. Rangers moved down off the hill. Citadel Guard moved up. And that was about it. Nothing exciting. Matthew?
Same. General advance. Got 2 more guys on the extreme flank here. Everyone's moved up across the field. As you can see, there's another sort of push of the knights on the edge. And my archers are there, and then one back here. So maybe next turn we'll be in range to shoot. Perhaps not. But that is it. It was just in this case, getting the lines close together to exact horrible death. And putting models in a position where they can react or, initiate.
That was
battle zones.
very insightful.
Thank you. Priority, mate.
Yes, mate.
5.
5. Oh. A 1. Priority swings in favour of the Grub's forces.
Hello and welcome back to the end of that movement and shooting phase. Again, from the Mordor forces, a general advance for the lines. The Morgul pushing heavy on my left flank, on Ross's right flank there. Otherwise, we're making our way, streaming our way through the central objectives. Perhaps we'll end up having a few little mini arenas of battle. If any of you have seen We Were Soldiers, you'll notice that the scenes cut from different areas of the battlefield. Perhaps that's what we'll see today. Otherwise, I was going to hopefully blacked out Hurin's horse, but I wasn't in range. And my lonely orc had a pot shot in the dark at the rear spear, but he rolled a 5, so therefore missed because he moved 3 inches.
Indeed. I just moved general advance, and these 3 rangers moved half. We pumped all our shots into the orc captain to no avail. So I think that just leads us back into priority for the next turn.
A 4.
That's a 4. And I will achieve a 4 also.
So it goes to you.
Priority does go to me because Matthew had it last turn.
Welcome back to the movement shooting phase. Ross had priority, and then I responded to his move. What did you do, Ross?
I shuffled along, formed a long line, and prepared to receive the oncoming onslaught from the forces of Mordor. That's pretty much it.
Well done. What I did then, in response, is started here. The Morgul Knights are lining themselves up for a charge. They're flooding through here, and we have engaged Ross in some front of the line combats here. We've got one knight into charge there, and the Mouth of Sauron's moved up to dictate play from the centre of the field play. And the Witch King successfully fired off a black dart, double 6s rolled to cast on Boromir's horse, and
Indeed.
he was removed from under him.
Removed from him. 2 was rolled on the Throne Rider as well, so we do remain on our feet. Luckily, the banner will prevail.
That's right. So, with that being said, we'll come back to you with the captain fights, which I think there is only,
There's only one of. It's the Orc Captain there in the middle, isn't it?
It is, that's right, mate. So we'll see you very, very soon for that.
Hello and welcome back. We've done the regular fights, and it was Gondor victories most of the way along the line, wasn't it?
I think it was entirely along the line. I haven't won one yet.
And then there was only one
Except for when
death.
I shielded.
Oh, you shielded,
But I
didn't you?
still
Yeah.
had to back away.
You did because of Ingold. Hey. And then I managed to kill a Black Númenórean.
You did. Which leads us into the only captain fight of the game, which is the
Orc
Orc Captain.
Captain versus 2.
This is a period fight of the Guards of Out Quarter. Fight 5 with the banner being flying around there.
Yes, they are.
There we go.
Over to you.
A 5, mate.
A 5 is achieved. Let's go down here. A 5 is also achieved.
I roll for my banner. I get 6.
6. I roll for my banner. And a 1.
So the Orc Captain takes it.
The Orc Captain does take
I
it.
wonder, he will have back away. It's 3 inches.
Yeah,
isn't it?
3 inches.
But we'll go to strike, needing a. He's in shield wall here, isn't he? So
He is, mate.
He's a 7, so I need 6s. A 6 is
A
achieved.
6 is achieved. There you go. Well done.
I'll remove him, back him up as I should because of your rule, and then I'll take it out. So that leads us into priority
For the next turn.
A cautious start to the game so far, I suppose.
Indeed, a cautious start.
But forthright.
Indeed.
A 5.
A 5. A 1. Therefore, priority goes to Mordor.
Hello! Welcome back in that movement and shooting phase. It was a turn of heroics from Ross. You called a heroic move, didn't you? With
I called one with Ingold, yes, in the centre there.
And you advanced in, picked your targets. Boromir's in the fray.
I just wanted to get my heroes in. So I kind of just moved men out the way willy nilly. So these guys, like you can see, these 2 guys here, they haven't actually charged anything. They just kind of made way for the heroes, really. Yeah, that was it, really.
Yeah. In terms of me, I black darted Hurin's horse.
You did.
I had to roll I had to use a might, sorry.
You did.
To successfully cast. I rolled 2 4s, even with the reroll.
You did.
So I went off on a 5, and the horse was killed. So Hurin's now on foot also. Over here we charge across the wall with the archers, and on the other flank we have converged around here. The Morgul Knights are getting in some charges as well. So, Transfix was attempted at Boromir by the Mouth of Sauron. It was cast on a 3, but Boromir resisted on a 3.
Indeed.
So
yeah,
he
just a single
is
dice with
alive
that
and
one.
kicking. Yeah, so that's what we've got. Witch King is down to 7 will
7
and 2
will.
might now. And the Mouth of Sauron used 1 will, so the might is very much in Ross's favour. But we have the combat phase to look forward to, don't we, Ross?
We do.
And I suppose we'll come
We'll
back
go into it with the captive fights. Okay, so I have called heroic combat with Hurin, Ingold, and Boromir. All 3 heroes are going to go. So we're going to start with Hurin. Obviously, we'll go 2-handed as he always does in there.
Okay, I've got my Black Númenórean. I'm going to shield here. Got a 4.
A 4. Let's see what we can achieve. Only a 3, but we will go for the banner reroll. Oh, cock.
I've got a banner with this one,
Oh, yeah.
which I will roll as well. Only a 3, so
Only a
4
3.
is my highest.
I will use point of might to win the combat.
Roger that. Cool, everyone's getting through might a lot this turn, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay, mate. Well, congratulations on that one.
Thank you, mate. Let's see if we can wound it, though. That's a bit... Yeah, we got the 6.
Oh, congratulations, mate.
Thank you, mate.
Where do you want to move on to?
Well, my initial thoughts were to go for the Orc Captain, but I can see that your banner has opened itself up. but I probably can't get through into there, so I'll just go move on to the Orc Captain.
Makes sense. That's a good move.
So should we now go for Ingold?
He's fighting only a spearman, isn't he? So I will shield with him.
Okay.
6.
A 6. See what Ingold can achieve me. A 5. And the reroll. Fantastic. With the spear support. Let's move him back. And then let's see what Ingold can achieve. Oh, nothing once again. Oh, no, he doesn't kill. Doesn't move on. So we will then move on to Boromir. So I will invite you to take a courage test, mate.
Oh, thank
because
you.
he's outnumbered. The Horn of Gondor.
Courage 5 at the moment because I. Oh wait, what's our number count? No, I don't know you. I don't know number you. So it's a courage 4.
Courage 4, Roger.
Pass.
A 10. A natural 10 as well.
I know.
Roger. So.
Oh god.
Oh, triple 1.
Triple 1. I'll just check if my banner is actually. That
Flipping heck.
Cool, mate. You don't often see.
It's for the Ross
Yeah,
School
see
of
that.
Rolling, that.
Okay, he is in. So
Okay.
we'll re-roll.
Here we go. We'll get a 6 here, probably.
It's 5.
5. Nearly.
Far more respect.
So here goes Boromir then.
Oh dear.
Oh, that's not much better, is it?
Spear support.
And the spear supports.
Oh,
2.
Flipping dear. Banner.
Banner for Boromir. It's a 4.
Point the mic to win it.
Yeah, I'll use a point of might.
Oh, he's got so much to burn through, hasn't he? So.
And then he's a base with 2 Black Numenorians there, isn't he?
He is, mate. Yeah. So it's 5 skill black room.
We've got 1.
1 5.
Spear support, we'll need a 6. He doesn't get it.
No. Any preference at axe wielder or sword wielder?
Well, hang on, I'm contemplating on 2 points of might here to turn it into a...
Flipping it.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Flipping it. God.
Let's get rid of both of them.
So much might being spent. It's very exciting.
And then Boromir will move on, I guess.
He will, mate. Where do you want him to go? To the soft orcs. Oh, he's gone for those ones.
Yes.
Very good. I'm just going to do a switch here.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
So I suppose that will lead us into the
Regular fights. And then we'll be returning for the captain fights.
All right, that's the end of the combat phase, bar the second round of captain fights. It was a horrendous turn for Mordor. They lost every combat, and the Morgul over here was killed.
He was.
And I also lost about 3.
You lost another couple, yeah, a
3
few small
Numenorians.
smarters. This over here didn't go very well for you, did it?
No, I
You'd
lost-
bounce charges on everything,
Yeah,
pretty
every
much.
single one. 3 Morgul Knights. You rolled 6s in all combats there.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a difficult time for the Mordor general. So we'll go into the captain fights now. And
where would you like to begin?
Let's start with Hurin,
Okay.
who's facing the captain, and he's got 2 supports here. So I'm going to shield.
Okay, I think that'd be a sensible option.
6.
6s. So Hurin will obviously be in blue.
Roger.
Only a 5 high. We do get the banner reroll.
You get the banner reroll.
3. What's he got?
You have a might of Hurin if you wish to.
Yeah, I'll use it. Because I will win it.
This is tough. This is very tough going on the Mordor player.
So what defense is that Orc Captain?
He's a 6.
6. So Hurin would normally need a 5.
So 4s of Hurin.
4s of Hurin.
6s of the others. Hurin's blue, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
Looking fantastic. You'd kill him here if I fail my...
Need to fail. Yeah, yes, that's it.
I do, but I'll use a point of might to turn it into a 4.
Oh,
wherever that 4 is.
fantastic.
So he is now 1 wound, no fate. 1 might. You get points in this game for killing hero
Heroes,
models,
you
so-
do, don't you?
Yeah, you do want to go after him. That leads on the Boromir. I'll have to take a courage.
Courage
test,
test for the
won't I?
orcs,
So,
yeah.
Courage 2, I think they are, aren't they?
Yeah, they're very low courage.
5 and a 3. That is
Doesn't
8.
matter.
That was lucky. I think what we'll do here, mate, is I'm going to shield. With,
Okay.
with both of them. Sorry. 6.
Boromir.
6.
6. There it is.
Bugger. And you need 5 pluses here, mate.
No,
No.
doesn't kill.
Okay then. Happy?
Yes,
No more
happy.
might?
No more mites to be
He's
used.
splurged. In which case it's onto priority.
Indeed it is. Let me see. Bring over here for Matthew's
2.
roll. A 2. Come over here for me.
Oh,
A 2 also. Matt had it last time. Therefore, priority goes to Gondor. Hello and welcome back. This is how the board now looks after that turn of movement and shooting. And I can't remember what happened. Someone called heroic move. Oh, you called heroic move, didn't you?
With the Orc Captain.
With
I
the
think
Orc
you
Captain.
counted within gold.
I did.
won the
Where is
roll
your captain? Ah, there he is.
Yes. So we moved in. I tried to get your captain slightly away from Hurin because you do get victory points for killing leaders here. So he's still involved in the combats, but hopefully he won't die. The Witch King didn't do anything. I don't think I didn't do anything with the Witch King. But he is now being charged by the Citadel Guard who slipped through the little slippy hole in the wall, which I didn't see coming. And then we transfix Boromir with the Mouth of Sauron.
Indeed.
Over here, Ross, you had the play of it because it was your priority.
Yeah, I was outnumbered, I think, but I also failed quite a few courage tests, so I didn't get the men in where I wanted necessarily. And then Matt did a very good job of wrapping around the arsehole here and made a lot of them 3-on-1. So there's a lot in Matthew's favours here.
There's quite a few
Isn't there?
failed courage tests, wasn't there, Ross?
There was.
Five,
This chap here, people just sort of stood around doing not an awful lot. He failed as well. But yes, I think that was it. This chap, he was left here because the orc was yet to move. So I spotted a bit of a cheeky shot, but now obviously he's come round to aid the grub. So there's not actually an awful lot for him to do. So he's just probably going to stand there and do nothing.
So I suppose we'll get into the combat phase and we'll come back to you with the captain fights.
We will indeed.
Welcome back to the combat phase. We've only captain fights to go. It was a very sluggish affair where I managed to kill a single infantryman and Ross killed a single orc with spear.
Indeed. So there's a lot of combats won by myself, but unfortunately we were not able to kill.
The banner of Boromir came in massively handy, didn't it?
Oh yeah, he won me a few after looking beat and then rolling a 6 to come in clutch and win the combat. So
the blood was boiling on the Mordor side of the table. But here we are. So it's as much as it was last turn, really.
It is.
And it takes us into
melee
the combat.
Combats for the captains.
Yeah. 3 mates, your choice. We've got a Transfix Boromir, a Hurin and Ingol combo, or an Orc captain.
And a grub.
And a grub.
Don't forget the grub, mate.
Sorry, forgot all about
I don't think there's any traps in there that's going to gain me any benefit. So let's start with Hurin and Ingold.
Hurin and Ingold.
Ingold will be in blue.
Roger that. Moonlight is in black. 6.
That's not what you want to see. It doesn't matter because we get the 6 in there.
Bugger. So which was Hurin did you say blue?
Hurin is... Did I say blue? I thought I said Ingold was blue.
Oh, maybe.
And Hurin was
just for the case
green.
of two-handed sword.
Hurin will be green for the purposes of rolling to wound.
So Hurin needs 4s. Green needs 4s.
There it is.
He duly dispatches his assailant. As dangerous on foot as he was on horse.
Indeed, he was. So they won that. Let's do the Boromir fight then.
Okay, mate. Well, I'm going to go piercing striking here because you can't
why
strike
not?
me
Yep.
unless you've got you got the Garlic Fountain Court. A 6.
6 was achieved. Let's do Boromir. We've got the 6, so we will win.
My defense goes down to only a 4, so you need with the Garlic Fountain Court a 5.
A 5. Let's see if we can oblige. Oh, we do not. We need a 4.
Orc Captain or Witch King, mate?
Let's do the Orc Captain, mate.
Roger that, mate. Orc Captain's in black. 2 and a 1.
That's not a good
banner
roll.
if I need it. I suspect I will.
Ugh, I only got a 2.
You got the fight 5, so I'll roll for my banner. 4.
A 4. Then I'll roll for Boromir's banner. A 5. So you do take...
6 to kill.
Oh, and there he goes.
Oh, it's all gone Pete Tong.
Well, no. It's not terrible.
It's awful, mate. I've killed 2 men in 4 turns. It feels like a horrendous defeat at this point.
Well, here comes the grub.
Let's
So,
see if we can roll higher than a 3, shall we?
how many dice you got in there?
I got 6.
6.
If
Boromir's
you're
banner is in range because we did measure.
So it's a tied fight, so you need a 6 here, mate.
Oh,
You got the banner.
banner. Oh, there it was. Imagine that. That would have been wonderful, wouldn't it?
5 pluses all round. Yay.
Yeah, you get him. There you go. You ended on a high there, mate.
Hi, wow, I feel elated now. Thank you, mate. Priority.
Priority, yes, please. Let's see what you've got.
With my green dice.
It's there, mate.
Oh, thanks, mate. It's blending into the felt. A 1.
A
Oh,
1.
dear.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
A 2.
Oh, there we are.
So priority does go and remain with Gondor.
Welcome back to the end movement shooting phase. Ross had priority, and he swiftly charged into combat. Very successfully using his bodyguarded Guards Fountain Court to nullify control zones, passing courage tests. You did once again have an issue with courage tests in the
Yeah,
centre.
there's a lot over here because I don't have any bodyguards. There's a lot of guys who didn't actually get to charge, but we managed to charge all the Morgul Knights, which was the important thing.
That was very important. I attempted to cast Transfix on Boromir, the mouth of Sauron, but I rolled a 2, so that failed. He's still yet to really significantly impact this game, and I need to look at getting him in soon. One of these turns, one of these days. I suppose.
Indeed.
Anything else to add, Ross?
No, I think the only exciting thing was the ranger that was here rolled a 6 on his climb test.
How could I
Managed to
forget?
climb over and continue on and back up his pal here in the orc combat.
Yeah, very well done indeed. Very well done. It was a highlight of the movement phase, certainly. And that will lead us into the hopefully far more exciting combat phase. Right, welcome back to the end of that combat phase. We only have captive fights to go. It was, well, in keeping with the game so far, quite sluggish affair. I think you killed the orc archer here.
Yeah, I think I killed another one somewhere else, but I
Might
can't
have been-
remember.
Yeah,
Did
I think.
Was there one
did you-
over there?
Yeah, the one this
Oh,
one
the
here,
one
I
that was
think
there.
it
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
another orc. And
Quibbler.
then I killed a Ministerial Warrior.
The chap who was in here
Yes.
fighting these 3.
That's right. Otherwise, it's been very sluggish, very dull affair. For whatever reason, just the kills aren't occurring here, are they, mate?
No, mate, it's a strength 3, and you're missing it. We discussed off camera. It might be nice to have a black guard in here. Get that strength 4 just to sort of cut through. Even just a Morannon, mate. Yeah, that's it.
Anyway, we're on to the combat phase with the captains.
We
now.
are indeed.
So, where would you want to begin?
Let's begin with. Should we begin with the Witchy Grub?
That sounds fine to me, mate. Got my 3 dice on your 2 dice.
Yep.
I've rolled 3 twos,
Ooh,
mate.
that's far from ideal for you, isn't it?
Good.
I've got the
I'll
4.
reroll for my banner. Up to a 3.
I'll take a reroll for
Do you
Boromir's
have
banner.
Boromir in here? I just wanted to measure it. It's fair
Oh
well,
yeah, that's a
though.
good point actually. That looks good to me though,
It
mate.
looks in there. Go on then. You reroll for your banner.
Thank you. Oh, it's only a 3.
Well, I'm going to. Do I use a might here to try and save him? Nah. You need 6s. Unless you go for his horse, I suppose, which wouldn't be ideal. Oh God.
But maybe you want the might for a heroic move. I don't know,
Or
mate.
even a heroic strike, mate.
Oh, you might need it. Flipping
I'm
Boromir
gonna
and that
use
coming
it.
through.
I'm going to use the might because
Oh, how embarrassing.
I know. I need 5+ here to kill him. We get him. We do get him.
Just
on
about.
6. We'll back him away for you, and then. Embarrassing, but you know what? Not a lot's gone my way. I need to take the kills where I can. I don't.
Is
need...
he within 3 inches of Ingold there? Because I wouldn't want me to back away unnecessarily.
No, I don't think so.
I think it just looks smaller through the camera. That's all. I'm not really
I
looking
will
at
measure
it.
for you. No.
No. Okay.
Was there any others? Yes, there's Ingold, a Hurin, and indeed a Boromir.
Let's do a Hurin first then.
A Hurin against a single chap here.
Yes,
So-
because he'll be trapped in there, I believe, because the Ingold will be
He would be,
in
mate.
Ingold combat.
So
Yeah.
with that being said, I'm going to shield.
That being said,
A 5.
a 5. Let's come down here. A 5 and a 6.
Very good, very good. You need 4 pluses to kill him.
Thank you, mate.
It's like being on a horse, isn't
It
it?
is, isn't it?
Oh, it gets it.
It gets it. Only just though.
Congratulations.
Thanks, mate.
Oh, success. Success story.
Then we've got the Ingold fight
We do.
and a support. Ingold will be in blue for me.
Oh, shield here. A 2.
A 2 and a 1. We've got the 6 we
Another 6
require.
comes in. No point in re-rolling for the banner.
We don't get the kill though. That's the frustrating thing there. We really could do with that going up to a 5. Ingold's not got any might left, does he?
No, mate. You've only got 2 of Boromir now.
Okay.
Which leads us on to Boromir.
Yep.
And he's not transfixed this time.
He's not.
So I will shield.
Oh,
3.
3. We get the 5.
I'll roll for my banner.
Oh yeah, because it's doable.
Another one.
Oh dear. Then we'll see if Boromir can slaughter him. He can with the 2 6s.
Huge congratulations to you, mate. That leads
Cheers,
us on
bruh.
to priority.
It does.
A 5.
A 5. And a 4. So priority does go to Mordor.
Welcome back to the movement and shooting phase. So here we are. The big point of the turn was that Ross immediately called a heroic move with Boromir,
Indeed.
and he's managed to pin my banner down with the Bosman himself. And Hurin failed a courage test.
Indeed, Hurin rolled 2 1s.
He did, it was
So his
awful.
Mike couldn't, his Will couldn't even get him over the line. So he got bloody 1, isn't he?
That's right, mate. So the Witch King's been charged again by the heroic guards of the Fountain Court.
Yeah. I mean, I had my way over here. Very
Yes.
much so.
And I've managed to get the Goblin now into a charge here with the Warrior Minister.
You tried to transfix Boz as well, didn't you?
I did. Successfully resisted by Ross. I'm out of will with the mouth. Boz is out of will himself.
And then
Charges were achieved by the Morgul Knights for the first time in a few turns, so hopefully we'll have a success here. But we will see what the dice gods decide, won't we, Ross?
we will indeed. We'll see what they have in store. I suppose there leaves nothing else but to go into the regular fights, and as always, come back to you with the captive fight. Okay, welcome back. Big calls going off there. Boromir used his last point of might to call a heroic combat, and Matthew immediately countered with the Gob of Sauron. It went to a roll off.
It did.
And Boromir came out on top.
He did.
So we will be going for Boromir first.
Against the banner.
It's against the banner. At a -1 as well.
It is. A 6 down to a 5. I shan't re-roll it.
Sure. There's a 6.
Well, I couldn't see it at first, mate.
Neither could I, mate, with the
jump in
camera.
Stomach went.
Well, he's not dead yet.
It's not. He isn't.
God.
He's failed. Unbelievable.
That is unbelievable. There's nothing to do.
Nothing to do there. So we'll go straight into the
this
mouth of
is not
Sauron's
good.
combat. He's charged with an orc.
Yes.
So 4 dice. We only get a 4 high.
4
So
high.
we have 2 dice in here, mate.
You get the 6.
I'll have to re-roll.
You need it for the banner.
Oh,
Don't get it.
Lord. We've both had an absolute
mare. And I'm going to go for the gob. I'm going to put both strikes on the mouth of Sauron's horse.
Roger. 5+ is required.
Don't get it. Survives. Wow, that was anticlimactic.
It's a sort of a microcosm of the game.
Indeed,
really.
indeed, it has summed it up, and it's going on for a very long time. So I suppose we'll go into the rest of the normal fights, and we'll come back to you again with the captain fights.
All right, welcome back to the end of the combat phase. We have completed most of the regular fights. I think it were 2 deaths to me and 2 deaths to you.
Yeah,
Ross,
I think that's about right, isn't it?
So,
you had a lot of success over here.
Yeah, higher than average death toll, I think.
Indeed, yes.
A mighty 4 models.
Such a slog.
So what we'll do is we'll go into Ingold here, who is the support against the
I
Spearman.
can't see. Ingold and a support. Ingold will be in blue. Support will be green for me.
I will shield a 3.
3. Let's see what we can achieve. We get a
Banner,
5.
up to a 6, mate.
Oh, sharp is that actually?
Yeah, it was, mate.
Doesn't really matter who we go for. That's a 1.
Beats
So you back away.
I have to do the retreat.
Did you shield, yeah?
Yeah, I did shield.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad.
Um,
And then over here, you might notice that we haven't done 1 normal fight, but that's because Matt doesn't want him to be trapped, so we have to do him after the grub has fought.
the grub is fighting these 2 guards.
Yes.
I thought 6, mate. You need a 6.
I need a 6 here. Oh, there's a
Cocked
cocked 1 in there. Try and fish him out.
It's like an extra reroll.
Oh!
Unbelievable. So
It does go to a reroll, mate. A roll off.
Here we go. Goes to you.
Goes to
my
fan
God.
bloody tastic.
So if the banner's not going to do me in, it's going to be the bloody cocked dice.
I'll go for his horse.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah,
Gets him.
Throne Rider.
Throne Rider.
It's a 6.
6
He
eyes.
springs up like a chicken in the springtime. Spring chicken.
Spring chick.
That is just the epitome of my game this day.
And then we've got a 1-on-1
We'll
there.
do this on camera for them.
We'll do it, why not?
I'm fighting you. I got a
I've
1.
got a 1. Do you want me to roll? Because I am
A higher fight.
higher fight value.
No, don't worry. Double strikes, mate.
double strikes.
There's a
6, there it is. This is a level of pettiness we're now at.
Yeah,
because that's
sorry.
ruined my formation. And he definitely wasn't there either, mate.
Here,
Matt's ruined the formation, and that's how he's
okay.
planning on winning this.
See.
Yeah. It's a 4. It's a
Oh,
6.
here we go.
Priority goes to Gondor. Hello and welcome back. This is how the board now looks after that turn of movement and no shooting.
Yeah.
As you remember, Gondor won priority there.
They did.
And Matthew.
I called a heroic move with the mouth of Sauron. And
There it is.
I consider it to be quite a successful move because I was able to charge 2 people. I was able to use the Witch King's will to transfix her in successfully. I was able to use the Orc Spearman to secure Boromir and Ingold in a final fight where they have no might, so it limits their damage. And I have 1 might left with the Witch King to call a very important heroic strike in the final turn of combat because the timer is on 45 seconds. So I don't think we're going to make it to another turn after this combat phase.
No, that's going to be that probably.
But over here, mate, once again, a successful turn of nullifying charges.
It was, even though these 2 failed the courage tests, I was able to get enough past to be able to get in and charge all the Morgul Knights. This chap's put his life on the line and he's coming to these 3 here just to try and stop a rear charge as well because obviously Huron's transfixed as well. So That's that. Oh, we did manage to surround the grub, so Matt does need to charge. Does need to call. Sorry, a heroic strike there because currently we're tied fight. And he wouldn't want to lose that, would he?
I would not.
So anyway, as always, we will go into the regular fights and come back to you for the final turn of Captain fights.
Right. Well, that's the end of that combat phase, and
It was a late push over here from the rear force, wasn't it?
yeah, I think I picked a couple of people off in combat. I think I killed 2, maybe 3, perhaps. No, 2. Let's not get
2. Let's not get funny.
So average or below. Did you kill anyone, Ross?
Spearman, maybe. I can't remember, mate. To be honest.
So we've got 3 fights here. We've got the Witch King against his foes, in which he's striking. We've got Ingold and Boromir against the Spearman. Oh, with a supporting cast. And the Mouth of Sauron is charged into his opponent's here. So where would you like to begin, mate?
Let's begin with the mouth.
Okay, so
I've got 3 in there.
I've also got 3 dice. I rolled a 6, mate.
I rolled a 6, so I have got a fight 5 in there, so I can draw this, which is I will need a 6.
Oh.
We don't get, but we do have Boromir. I get a 4, so the grub, not the grub. I'm getting confused now. The gob takes it.
Okay, I'm going to roll two sets of coloured dice here, and I've got 2 in reserve, 1 on each of the men.
Yep.
So I need a 5+ here.
Yes, you do. Nothing.
Neither goes. We do not have a point of minus. What I did.
So you've got,
I've got
2 more dice.
One more set of dice, and I'll just have to put it on the Spearman, I suppose.
You got the Spearman?
We get the Spearman.
Get the Spearman.
I'll take that away for you, mate.
Thank you, bro. There we go. I suppose you probably just want to separate. Oh, there's probably been 3 inches of Ingold there, but I mean, this is the end.
It's the end. We're next.
Let's do Boromir's fight then.
Okay, well,
we'll leave the grub for the last.
Oh, how close am I to breaking? 16. I've lost 16. I think I need to lose.
I think you're fine.
Another 2. Another
Oh,
1.
so I kill him and the grub.
Yeah. So I'm gonna actually, because I'm not gonna break, I'm gonna fight this at the off chance I can wound Boromir or something.
Yeah, go for it.
6! Oh my lord!
Christ. So Boromir gets a 6. There it is.
I feel like a fool.
Crushes a hope. Yeah. Well, it was only a fool's hope, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Oh, and Boromir does it. You couldn't have done that last turn, could you, Boromir? Bumhole.
Okay.
And then we've got the
King.
grub.
His
He's
fight value
striking.
goes up to a mighty. Well, it goes up to an 11, but we can go up to 10.
10.
So
well, even a 1 would have got you above me. So
I know. I
imagine the mighty Witch King of Angmar, Sauron's lieutenant, his right-hand trusted man, having to put all his might into calling a strike to beat a lowly man. Embarrassing.
I know.
Anyway, mate, please.
It's a shame there are fight 5 because I can if they weren't, I could now feint with the Witch King and gain rerolls to my 1.
You can still feint if you want, mate.
No, that'll take it down.
I know.
Okay, here we go.
Go on then.
A 6.
A 6.
Oh, wonderful. We have 2 Rangers here and a Guard of the Fountain Court. So the Rangers will be the ones in red. Only 4+ on the reds and a 6 on the black.
Yep.
We kill 1 Ranger.
1 Ranger.
Oh, they're probably... Well, they're going to have to back.
They're gonna. Well, yeah, they'd have to separate anyway. It doesn't matter.
Is there any more we've missed? Any?
I don't believe so, mate. That is everything.
Okay.
As we pan out here, we can see the final.
Wow. So you can see really from that there's this sort of centre section that Ross was dominating, and my efforts to come in on the 2 sides have been foiled by Rostron's strong shield walls and fantastic. Once again, like we saw in the last game, 3 mighty heroes working in tandem with one another.
Yeah.
And it has paid off dividends because I struggled in that game.
You did, mate. And I suppose we can take a deep dive into that in the post-battle
Battle report.
Sorry, we've touched way too much today.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to post-battle battle report.
Indeed, welcome to it.
You're about to receive some in-depth analysis of what was quite a stagnant, sort of long, arduous.
It was a bit of a slog, wasn't it?
It was a slog game. It was like watching League One football, a scrappy 0-0, and then maybe a last minute goal at the end.
Yeah.
Goalmouth struggle,
action.
fumbled in by some toe. Anyway,
Well, I suppose we should start by telling you the results.
the scores. Yeah, okay, that sounds good to me.
How many victory points did you score?
I
Or
scored-
as the book says, sorry, in the Clash by Moonlight, victory point.
I got 1 victory point, and that was on the account that I had a hero on the board at the end of the game.
Indeed. I scored 3 victory points, and that is on account of killing more heroes than Matt did. As you'll recall, the Orc Captain met his fate.
He did. He was the weak link in the army. And congratulations for doing so. You played the
Thanks,
objective where it was needed to be played. You got yourself a nice early win, and then you just ground out the result till the timer was complete.
Indeed. It was a bit touch and go with the rear, because at the end there you were starting to break through, but they held on long enough for me to...
One more turn with priority, I think we could have perhaps not so much as had a swing to salvage me a draw or a victory, but certainly a more satisfying end to the game for me.
Well, yeah, I don't know, potentially though, because you at least drew, you could have, snatched a draw out, because potentially
Hurin was exposed.
transfixed by the grub, and then rear charge from those mortals.
Yeah.
Could quite easily have seen them succumb, but it wasn't to be.
You were 4 models off breaking. I think I was roughly the same, about 3 models. I felt like I was one off. One off breaking. Yeah, I was one off.
Very close.
Wow. I think one thing we're seeing from this tournament is the effectiveness of Ingold's Resolute Fighter rule.
Yeah. And the effect of Boromir's banner.
Oh, the Boromir's. I said to Ross today, I often play as Rivendell Knights, or Rivendell Elves, and I've never really been on the receiving end of a Fight 5 after Fight 5 combat with a banner reroll, and it is infuriating. I have had a taste of my own medicine today, and you've done it with Gondor, Ross.
Yeah. It's incredibly frustrating to play against the Elves, and they keep doing that. But today, I did pull out a lot of rerolls on the 6 to
so many rerolls on the 6.
Win those combats.
I'm having nightmares about it. And due to the fact that you killed so many of my men in the first few turns, I lost my army bonus of being able to reroll 1s in fights. I think in previous battles in this tournament, I actually gained a couple of kills.
You gained a couple of kills, yeah.
So without that, and I really felt the lack of strength for in the army because of that.
Yes, that is true. Well, I was there, I think on camera and sort of our half-time tea talk. It was lacking a black guard or something in there, and it's just because the defense 7 of the Fountain Guard, and then obviously the shield wall of a defense 7 as well, and Boromir's defense 7. And
truly,
it's all a bit tricky, isn't it? And
then with the Morgul Knights as well, the Lances was a significant bonus I had. But I think I only charged twice in that game because of the way priority or heroic moves fell.
Yes.
And not only that, the banner was boosting your regular warriors up to the Fight 4, so now you were winning a couple of the duels on the roll-off.
Yeah, before they were guaranteed.
It truly makes a huge difference. If you collect Gondor and you aren't sure what mighty hero to take of the big 3, I mean, after what I've seen today in the last few battles...
Yeah, start with Boromir. Start with Boromir all day, every day.
It's just the benefits he gives to your army. It's a couple of smattered guards of the Fountain Court in there.
Don't get me wrong, the drawback is if he's on a horse, he can't take the lance, so he's still only wounding most things on 5 because you're strength 4. But it's a bonus he gives the rest of your army, mate. It's something
priceless.
Priceless indeed, but not priceless. It's 40 points.
So, anything you would like to comment on about your style of play or turning points?
I know we touched on this because obviously last game, without any spoilers, you should go back and have a look at our last game if you didn't get around to seeing it. But that's a couple of games in a row now where the horse has been taken out from underneath me. And normally when they're on the horses, I kind of get the my heroes. I like to have them running around, not keeping them together. But when they're off their horse, I've actually found keeping them together is a really good idea. You mentioned that because I literally fought their way through that centre.
Especially in this game type, because it was killing a hero that would get you victory points, and the only way I could really guarantee killing one of your heroes was to use the Witch King, but I knew to do so would be suicide, because if you had a heroic move or you won the priority next turn, you could easily tag team the Witch King with your 3 heroes, if of course you don't roll double ones on their courage.
On their courage, yeah, I've seen that a couple of times. So actually I wasn't, although initially frustration, when there's nothing you can do, you pay 10 points for a horse and then it's immediately taken out from underneath you and you can't even use will to save it. Actually works in my favour because I'm not got the temptation of them running off and trying to, act the hero if you like on the flanks.
Yeah, you can then bring the banner to bear.
Yeah, keep it in the centre.
Yeah,
you haven't got the temptation of running off with it.
Can you name a man of the match, Ross?
Oh mate, can I name a man of the match? Just because it's battlefield effects and battle-wide buffs, it's got to be Boromir, isn't it?
Yeah, he did do good.
He did. He fluffed his lines on one of the heroic combats, but we won't be too harsh on him there.
No, he won the game because of the banner.
He did. And what about you, mate?
It's difficult to say. I wasn't able, well, the Witch King took out 2 of your horses, but in the end it didn't really make much of a difference to my style.
No.
The Mouth of Sauron came in at the end there. I guess I'm going to have to give it to the Witch King because he did, he probably did kill the most models in the game for me, despite that being about a mighty 2 or 3. But his magic was quite potent at the start, and it ultimately forced Ross to change his game plan, even if it did end up working for him.
Yeah, that's that. So we were playing the 4 games. So this is number 3 in the series. So we're sat in at one draw and 2 wins for Gondor.
Yep.
So we've got 1 more game to play, as Matt said, and that's going to be.
It is 2 domination.
2 domination. It's going to be domination, and Gondor are going for the hat-trick of wins.
They are, and Mordor's going for some pride.
Right.
So.
And then I suppose at the end of that game we can talk more about how we found our armies throughout the entire campaign, I suppose.
Yeah, that's a debrief.
Yeah, a little debrief. Nice little one of those.
Well, maybe.
But I suppose there's nothing left for me to say other than commiserations.
And congratulations.
Thank you, mate.
Well played.
Thank you very much. I'll give you my hand and hearty handshake.
Hearty handshake.